We will now go over how to set your branding styles within the Rejuve styling guide. The styling guide for the presets is similar to the theme customizer, where you'll be able to set your branding styles and it will reflect across your entire website within these presets. But the good thing about the Divi Rejuve presets is that it has so many more options than you can find in the theme customizer. And so we did the basic branding settings in the beginning of the tutorials to set your branding styles. But I did say that there were multiple other things that we could do that wasn't available in the theme customizer. So with the preset styling guide, we are going to go in depth into your branding style so that you can make the changes in one place, and those changes will be reflected site-wide so that when you go in to add your content, there's very little design changes to the branding colors that you'll need to make. So to get started, the styling guide is found under the Divi tab in the Divi library. So click on Divi library. And for Rejuve, the styling guide for the presets is named Rejuve Styling Guide. Alternatively, you can add this as a page within your website, but you don't need to. You can do the changes right within the Divi library. So click on Edit. Now, the Divi library settings area is a little bit different from when you add pages. There isn't a button that says Edit with the Divi Builder in the library area. So you have to wait for it to load here, and then you have to click Build on the front end. Once the styling guide loads, this is what it will look like. We're going to scroll past this color palette area because the changes that are made here won't apply to the website as a whole. This is just a reference guide that's in there for the styling guide. And we've already set the color palette within the theme options. So just go ahead and bypass this whole area. Scroll down to the text styles area for number 2. And this is where we will set further styles for your text and font styles and colors. We already did set some default heading fonts and body fonts in the colors, but I did mention that there were several other things that were not available in the theme customizer that are available within the preset guide. So this primary in use, this is your main primary text style heading. And so you've already set the default color for the heading 1 and the body color and body font style for the paragraph styles, but we weren't able to set the heading 2, 3, or 4 styles for the main settings. So to do this, we are going to go ahead and edit this preset that's here. And I want you to not double click. You're going to hover over the 3 white dots for other module settings. Click on that and click Edit Preset Style. Notice that this is a slate colored heading up here and it has a preset and the preset name. The name is Primary Text Settings. And anything that is within your website will have the imported at the end of the preset name because it was imported with this kit. So to make the changes, you're going to make sure for it to be applied globally, which means across your entire website, you want to make sure that this slate colored heading is up there or bar so that you know that what you're doing right now is going to apply site-wide. So click on Design. And in this area, we've already set the default body style. So if you don't want to make any further changes to that, you don't have to do anything. You just scroll on by. You already set the text size and the letter spacing and all of that. So just scroll on past that. For the heading text area, we've already set the H1 and the color for that and the font style. We weren't able to do the H2 in the theme customizer. So here, go ahead and set the color you want for your heading 2 font. Now, I'm going to show you real quick. I have the home page open so that you can see the different colors that are there. So this is the heading we've set. That's the heading 1. And then right here, this is also a heading, but it's a different color, and we'll go over that in just a second. But the H2 font is right here. So that's where it is, the text setting is there. So you can set a different color for that. And go ahead and pick from your color palette. You can set it to whatever you would like. Let's set it to this rose blush color. And then you can also set it to a different text size or spacing. Whatever you do here will be applied site-wide. So make sure it's the setting that you would like. If you want a different font style, you can do that here. That's what that would look like. And then just follow those same steps for H3 and H4 to set your default colors. And H4 will leave a dark color. Once you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and click Save. And it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to do this across your entire site? And you can click Yes. And then click the Save button. So what we did here will have been applied across your entire website, and I'll show you that in just a second. And right here is this alternate heading 1. So this is this like sections area, the heading color or the heading style. So I have it a different color so that you can just, it looks a little bit more designy, has a little bit more depth to it. So to change this color, this heading services area, it is the alternate heading 1. And again, click those 3 white dots, click Edit Preset Style, and you'll see that we're in the global settings change for the heading preset. And it tells you right there what it's called, heading. Click on Design, click on Heading Text, and it's the H1 heading, and set it to the color that you would like for your website from the default color palette that you set. You can change the spacing. So if you wanted it to be less, it could be like that. And you can make any other design changes that you would like. You can also change the font style away from the font you already set in the theme customizer if you would like. You can also change the font weight to bold or light. So click Save there. Yes, I want to make the changes across my site. And click Save again. Now this subheading tag is on a few of the pages, and I can show you, I believe it's on the About page, it's on the Services page. This is what that looks like. It's on a few other pages, I believe the Contact page and maybe the Sign Up page. This is what that looks like. And that is called the subheading tag preset. So go ahead and click those 3 white dots, Edit Preset Style, Design. And I have this set in the text area, not the heading area. So click on Text, and then click on the color that you would like to use for this area. I also have the font weight set to light. If you don't want it to be light, you can change it to a different font weight. And you can even change the font there if you would like. So go ahead and click Save when that's done. Yes, I want it to apply site-wide. Click Save again. And there you go. So it's now purple. And this changed to that blush pink color. And that's all purple. So I will show you that the changes were reflected not only on the home page, but across your entire website. So I went ahead and opened up the About page and I refreshed it. And you can see that those alternate heading areas are now a different color. See, they're now purple. And some of the changes that we'll make individually on the pages. So if you get to a page and you find that the heading color doesn't look right site-wide because it's not looking great on a background color, we have a couple of options that something we'll go over on each individual page. Right now, we're only dealing with the presets that are site-wide, and then the little changes that you need to make will come when you're adding content to the pages, and it'll be just quick little changes. So back over to the styling guide, we will move on to the primary style extras. Now, these extras aren't on every single page, but making the changes here will save you time from having to make the changes on the pages themselves. But if you would like, you can go ahead and make these changes on the individual pages and just skip over the rest of the styling guide area here. So we'll go ahead and we'll change this background color and these services text, but most of this is on the services page where it's right here. So if you want to wait for the services page review, we can go ahead and just skip ahead to the next section, which is the default modules, the module styles, which is number 5. Now, these modules are what are set across every single page not every module is found on every single page, but these are some site-wide, very popular modules. So this button, we set the button styles on the theme customizer, but I did mention that there were some extra features that you couldn't have on the theme customizer. So let's go over that real quick. Again, to make the changes site-wide, click that 3-dot button and edit preset style. Click over on design, click on button. Everything in this button is set to default, except for that capital, uppercase, lowercase looking capital. So if you want to get rid of that, you can do that here. And you can also set a new default button icon if you would like, and you can change the button icon color. But if you love what you did in the theme customizer, just go ahead and click save. And yes, everything will be saved across the website. This blurb here is found in the contact page and a couple of, I think it's on the sign up page as well. You can go ahead and make the changes to the font colors and the icon color right now. So go ahead and click on the 3 white dots, edit preset style, click on design, image and icon, go ahead and change the icon color to what you would like it to be. If you want a circle icon, this is what that looks like. You'll just need to change the icon color to something else. And then you could change the circle color to a different color. You can add a border to it, so that's what that looks like, if you would like. And you can also change the size of the icon. You can make it bigger or smaller. And you can change the border color if you have a border. So go ahead and scroll on down to title text. And we're going to go ahead, if you want to change that title text color away from the default that you've already set, go ahead and change it here. And then you can also change the text size. The body text is this area here. If you want to change that color, go ahead and do that and change the body text size. Once you're done, click the save button, click yes, click save again, save changes. And this email often is found on the home page. You can't see it right here because I don't have a mail carrier service set in there, but when you have your mail service set up in there, it will show up just like this. So go ahead and work on the preset style for that to match your branding. So click on the 3 white dots, edit preset style, background under content tab, change it to the background color that you would like. And then click on design. Layout, you can choose to have the name full width, or you can add, let's see, fields. No, you can check the layout. So if you want it to be full width, not full width, if you want to add, let's see, first name, last name, name full width, it would be like that. Okay, so scroll on down to fields, and you can set the field background color. Right now, everything is set to default, so you can set it however you would like. So if you want the text color, the focus background color is what it looks like when you actually click in there, so it can change like that. And then the focus text color is the text color when you're actually in there. Focus text color should change. There you go. Go ahead and reset that. Set it to the colors that you would like. And then you can also set the field font if you want it to be different from your default. I would advise against using too many different font styles. I would stick with 2, 3 at the most. The border color would be the border around the field. So if you actually want a border, you just put the arrows up on border width and then change the color to what you would like. And then the button, actually the body text, the title text, you can change the color here. The H3 is what it's set, and you don't have to go over to any of the other ones. Just go to the blue one that's already preset. And then change the title text color to match what you would want it to be. Let's see. You can change the sizing, body text. And then the result message text is what it displays after a successful submission. So if you're putting your name and your email address in there, it's what will show up once it's they've hit subscribe. So make it a color that will look good on this background. We'll go ahead and go with black. You can change the sizes. And then the button is the default button that you already have set in the theme customizer. But if you want to make it look different, you can click yes, use custom styles. You can change the text color. You can add a different background color. So whatever you would like to do. And the border width. So that's what that will look like. You can change the button style. You can play around with that however you would like. And once you're done, click the save button. Yes, I'm sure. Click save again. You don't want to edit any of the titles and the text in there. You'll do that on the individual pages when you add your content. Go ahead and click save for good measure. Once it's saved again, this sign up page email opt-in, you can go ahead and skip this if you don't plan on having like a landing page for a special offer that you have. This is the sign up page email opt-in. You can also change it on the sign up page itself. But if you want to go ahead and change that here, you are more than welcome to by clicking the edit preset style. Click on design. You can add a background. It doesn't currently have a background, but if you wanted one, that's what that would look like. You can click that delete button. And then if you wanted to change the title text, let's see, you can do that here. And then you can make the changes to everything else just as we did in the email opt-in above. And you know what? For this one, I want it to have the uppercase, lowercase, because I like the way that looks. I'm going to scroll down to the button, and I'm going to add that button style in there. So that's what that looked like. And yes, I want to save those changes. Down here is the contact form. It's found on the contact page. So to make the changes to that, go ahead and click the three white buttons, edit preset style, click on design. And you can go ahead and make the changes to the fields and what the fields look like. So let's change the text color, the background color, if you would like, the focus background color, and the focus text color. Go ahead and scroll down to text. There is no text to change. The caption text is this area here where the math problem is. You can change that there. The button is the submit button. And you can change the button style there if you would like. Everything is set to default in here except for that uppercase, lowercase. So if you don't want it that, just go ahead and click there. And then the border is the border around each field. And you can change the color there. And once you're all done with that, go ahead and click save. Click save again. And this call to action, this is found on every page of the Rejuve website kit. Call to action is basically telling somebody to go and look at these different offers or the special area or somewhere that you want to funnel them to. So I have two different call to actions, membership perks and the package pricing area, and both lead to the perks page. If you don't have any membership perks, if you don't have any like packages, you can certainly change this to be anything you want. You can be, it could say, view services. It can say book your appointment. So you can make this services and this appointment, but it's really important to have call to actions to get people to click while they're scrolling through. So even if you don't have any packages or perks or anything like that, you can go ahead and update the content on each individual page to reflect a call to action that fits your business. But right now in the styling guide, we're going to go ahead and change the colors and the style to match your branding. So while you're in the styling guide, click on those 3 white dots, click Edit Preset Style, click on Background under the Content tab. You'll notice that we're in the slate colored with the main call to action. Set it to the background that you would like. Click on Design. Click on Title Text, and you can change the title color there. You can change the font size and spacing here if you would like. Click on Body Text, and you can change the color here. And then the button, it is set to basically the default style except for the font color. So let's see. And the border. And the background. Let's see. And we'll change the border. So change it to match and reflect what you would like it to reflect for your business and your branding. And then the icon color. And once you've set that, go ahead and click Save. Yes, I want it to apply site-wide. Click Save again. Now this toggle here, again, is on multiple pages. I believe it's in the About page. No, it's on the Services page, and I believe the Perks page where it has like the frequently asked questions. So this, it's basically on those 2 pages mainly, but it's multiple places. So we're going to make the changes to that styling here, and it'll apply across all of the pages. So on that toggle, go ahead and click the 3 white dots, Edit Preset Style, go over to Design, click on Icon. It's going to change the color of this icon here. You can make the icon size a different size, and you can go up or down depending on how you want it to look. The toggle, so the open toggle background color is when you are actually open. So that is set to the default white. The closed toggle background color is what it looks like when it's closed. And that's the default state of it. So I'm going to go ahead and make that one of the default color palette colors. For scroll down to title text. So the open title text color is set to default. So whatever was set in your theme customizer. But I'm going to go ahead and change that. And title text color. And I went ahead and reset that title text color there. And then the title text should be set to default. And it is default. And then down, you can set the title font, title text size. Closed title text is what it looks like when it's closed. And I have it set to that white color, but you can set it to whatever you would like. So you want to change the colors, and then you'll see that we've made all these changes. So to the border, if you want to change the border color, you can do that under border. And once you're done with that, you'll notice that there's a little shadow at the bottom. If you wanted to change the way that looked, you would click on box shadow, and you can change the shadow color to a different color. Once you're done with that, click Save. Yes. Click Save again. The divider, I don't believe I have the divider set on any of the pages, so you can go ahead and skip over that one, but it is there. The preset is there under main divider. So if you wanted to make those changes to that and add it, you can. The accordion is just like the toggle, except for it does this. When you click on it, it slides up and down. I don't have the accordion set on any of the pages, but it is there if you would like it. So you can find that under the preset for accordion, and it's under main accordion preset. I'm not going to show you how to change it because it's the exact same as the toggle in terms of the design settings, and it's not anywhere on your website right now. So if you wanted to add that to a page, you certainly can, and then change the preset style there. Same with the blog. I don't have a blog as part of the kit, but I did add this little preset in there as a courtesy. And so that one is set under the blog module, and it is the primary blog imported. So once you're done with this area, you've basically made changes to most of the design aspects across your website. So we can just double check that, and we can see that those changes were made. If you have any of your pages open and you wanted to see that the changes were reflected on them, and you can hit the refresh button. Something to note is that sometimes the website has what's called cached. It has set the cache in the data in the cache, and it needs to be purged in order for the changes to reflect. So on my homepage, the changes reflected after I refreshed several times, and then I actually had to purge the page of its cache in order for it to show up. And I'll show you on the About page. Oh, now it's showing up. But so if you run it, but you see that on the services page, the toggle did not change at all. So let me show you how to purge the cache and to make the changes reflect. So if this happens to you, don't stress. You can refresh a couple of times, and if it's still not reflecting, hover over the cache area and then click Purge this page. And then let it load. And while it's loading, I'm going to show you that the changes that we had made in the styling guide were reflected on the pages. So the heading font is there, and the call to action, and also on this email opt-in. It was also on the About page. So when you get to these pages to make the content changes, all you're really going to need to do is input your content and your images. And then I'm going to show you how to find and replace to change the colors on every page that you don't want, for like the background colors. And also if you need to change the font color, how to do that very quickly while you're inputting your content. Once you've cleared your cache and you've refreshed, you should be able to see the changes reflected on the pages. So now the toggle matches where we are, or with the changes that we made on the styling guide. So that's what's there. So now let's get started on implementing your changes to the content, and then we'll go over how to make the little changes here and there to the background colors and different elements on there that weren't changed in the styling guide, and how to use find and replace. So let's go over that next on each individual page.